Then I saw
judge? Who am I to deny love? Who am I to try and pick your world apart? But but I refuse to be deceived by imposters and the thieves that attempt to gain an entrance in my heart. No, they won't take this ground. Their words won't leave me bound. No, I won't be moved. My lips are firmly sound. Soon they'll find out who am I. Maybe there's more that lies beneath. Maybe even my dreams have been diseased. Maybe I can learn to love without fear of being judged, without fear of all the world rejecting me. Yeah, I'm taking this round. My words will not fall down. I can see my future breaking through these clouds. Hey, I'm finding out who am I. What's up, everybody? We're live, and sorry we're late. We had a lot going on, and so we're going to do a quick one tonight. Hopefully we just get into it right away, and it's Young Lion TV. Young Lion, everywhere I look, they're dying. Everywhere I look, they're dying. Young Lion, everywhere I look, they're dying. Everywhere I look, they're dying. Young Lion, won't you get up and start fighting? Everywhere I look, they're hiding. Young Yeah, that's right. Welcome back, everybody. Tuesday night, we are here for episode 25 of the Young Lion TV podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. We want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all. Ariana's there.
Ariana.
What's up? We appreciate you, Ariana.
And Ariana.
Jake is watching.
So, yeah, we missed a week because we had to handle some business last week, so we didn't do the podcast. But we're back, and it's a good week to be back because football season just started.
Yeah.
And I knew Moon was going to wear his Eagles stuff here today. I knew it because he can't wait for football season. But, so first of all, everybody that's watching, we appreciate y'all. We thank you guys for tuning in every week. We ask you to just please share the video, like it, thumbs up, all that good stuff. You know, we need all the support. And also patreon.com/Young Lion TV to become a member. All that good stuff. We got new merch. This is the 20-year anniversary T-shirt right here that we just Moan designed and we just made available. So you can get one of those. We have a whole bunch of them ready to go out. So anybody that wants to support the podcast, support Jatan, support the Young Lions, you can get a T-shirt. You can get a whole bunch of merch. Working on. I got some mugs that I'm getting. So I'm gonna get some mugs for us still, so we can stop promoting White Claw and all these people and promote Young Lion TV.
Yeah.
But So what's up, y'all? Got Jake here. Got Moon, rocking the Eagles jersey, and of course Rachel Rhoda on the production tip.
Rachel.
What up?
What's up? We're gonna do a short one tonight, guys. We're getting started late, and we don't want to be here all night, and so we're just gonna talk about. We're going to just
hi, Sally.
Get into some conversation. Sally, what's up?
What's up? Ariana said great concert last weekend.
Thank you, Ariana.
She had a blast.
I'm glad you came out. I'm glad we got to see you. It was a good show. We did our 20-year anniversary show at the Auburn Road Vineyard in South Jersey, which was a lot of people came out to see us and say hi, and we got a lot of support and a lot of love. It was sad because I felt like a lot more people wanted to come, and we even had some people hit us up on the socials saying that they tried to come, but they told them it was sold out. So it would have been even more people there.
Yeah,
but
it was cool though.
It was cool.
It worked out.
Which I'm pretty burned up about.
I know, because Rachel specifically told them not to tell them.
Everybody be lying to me, man, and thinking I won't come afterwards next week.
They better stop messing with you. Rachel's going to show up at that vineyard and just start burning bushes down over there. There's going to be no grapes for next year.
I'm taking grapes. This is mine.
Damn.
Damn.
Hell yeah. You owe us. You got to pay a toll. Rachel's going to just take some trees off their property. We own these now because y'all played us.
Replant them further in South Jersey.
But it was a good show. We had a good time. A lot of people came, and
it was a crazy start.
Dude.
We had to work through some issues.
The craziest was, Jen, one of our good friends, Jen, someone who we're really close to, was on her way there and got into a really bad car accident, like right by the venue.
Yeah, car's totaled.
Yeah, so everyone who was coming to the show was like, "Oh, we just passed this horrible accident," and then we found out it was her, and we were definitely like praying for her and like trying to still put on a good show, but worried about how she was doing and everything. And then Jordan almost gets into an accident on his way there. Which was crazy. It was just a lot of stuff trying to get in the way.
He was saved by you.
Yeah.
Your phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Crazy. Literally, he fell asleep at the wheel, and my phone call woke him up. Because I was just we were setting up, and something just hit me like, yo, call Jordan, check on him. And I called him, and he seemed out of it when I called him. And I just thought, like, because, the night before, everyone was tired. We had a late rehearsal. He was like... He had just came from that long week of the church
convention,
stuff, and he was already tired. So I figured like it was just leftover tiredness, because he was running
leftover tiredness.
But it was leftover tiredness, but on a whole nother level because he fell asleep at the wheel, which was crazy.
Something told you.
Yeah,
we all know.
Yeah, definitely
what it was.
But it ended up being a good show. Everybody got to. Express themselves musically, and
not only that, we had issues with the sound, stage,
power,
the power
turning off.
The power kept shutting off on us, trying to set
speaker. For some weird reason, the one speaker kept turning off,
kept shorting,
and we don't even know why. That never happened before with that speaker. So
spent 2 hours on the banner.
Yeah, 2 hours trying to set up a banner till we got last minute. I was saying we need to put that banner up behind here for the podcast.
Yeah. It might be easy.
Yeah, just like it was easy out there. Uh-oh, we lost the camera.
Lost the camera.
Is it still gone? Is it back? Still gone? Okay. Oh, it's back now. Okay.
Got it.
We got a lot of technical things happening.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's start with...
Camera 1 is out.
Camera 1 is out. Okay.
Jamie's camera's out.
Well, anyway, let's start with the game.
Oh, my goodness. The outcome was good.
Yeah, the outcome was good. It started bad. I totally missed the whole first quarter because I was busy working on this Freddie promo video or whatever. But so I before I knew it, it was like 1:15. I was like, oh, crap. So I put the game on, and I was like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
Getting blown out.
Blown out. Case Keenum looked like he was Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Bro, like he was just picking them apart.
Wow.
They had their first drive, the Eagles' first drive, it got stalled because...
Yeah, I went back and watched it.
You went back and watched it?
Yeah.
I was like... Here we go, old Deshaun Jackson getting in little scuffles.
Got hot-headed, got a penalty, put him at 3rd and long.
Yep.
Yeah, but then there was some weird play calling
Yeah.
Doug Peterson was up to his old, you know, weird calls like that. What was that? He like did a weird run on 3rd and long.
It was the pitch.
The pitch to
which
Sproles.
was stupid. I was
Yeah.
screaming, dude.
Yeah.
Why would you do a pitch? Not only was it a pitch, it was a pitch that took him like 8 yards back.
Right.
And I think it was to Sproles, right?
Yeah, it was the Sproles.
To Sproles, and you got to run 8 yards to just the line of scrimmage again.
Yeah.
It's retarded, but they overcame it. Defense don't look too good though, bro.
The secondary.
Yeah, secondary. Well, even the pass rush. The run D looked amazing, but pass rushing was the issue. That's why Case Keenum was just picking them apart, especially in the first half.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You're right. The defense, the defense was looking kind of. I mean, it's football season's back, so
Yeah, it's like
first game
Go
of the
ahead,
season.
talk about it.
it's like their preseason.
Yeah,
Not my department.
Jake has nothing to say. Yeah, it seemed like it really seemed like the first 2 quarters was the preseason for the starters because you could tell like
None of
even
them
Carson
played.
wasn't in a rhythm.
Yeah.
Like,
They were the first half. They weren't even on the freaking field. They had 2 drives.
yeah,
They kept them off the field. The Redskins had like a 7-minute drive, I think, that took off a lot of the clock. So they were just sitting on the sidelines.
yeah,
That was part of it too.
yep,
But they got it going though.
yeah,
That long bomb, man. That first long bomb.
yeah. It was nice.
Was
It was
nice.
a perfect pass.
Perfect pass.
The old Deshaun Jackson back again.
Yeah,
Yeah, two bombs.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this.
Minus the fighting.
No, it wasn't. Yeah,
It wasn't-
I don't even blame him. It was just one of those situations where it was like, the first dude did something, and then you get caught doing that. Like, you're in the classroom or whatever like that, and you do it to back to him, and then you get caught by the teacher. It was that type of thing. So he
like
got
the
the
dude,
flag.
the dude was like roughing him up after the play, and Deshaun retaliated and got caught.
Yeah.
That's what it was. But it was a good game though.
It was.
It was. I'm glad that they pulled it out.
Yeah. Everybody. Zach Ertz was non-existent until
To the end.
the end. Man.
Yeah.
They rarely used the tight ends.
Yeah. It seemed like the game plan wasn't to go to them until the end.
I'll tell you what though, dude. Jordan Howard.
Yeah. He looked
Dude,
good.
every time he touched the ball, he barely got the ball.
I know.
Every time he touched the ball, he at least got 8-9 yards.
That's what a lot of people were saying. Like, why did they keep?
Why
running
didn't they
Sproles?
use-
Yeah.
But it was good.
Yo, how about the the Brown stuff?
They got destroyed.
Yo, everyone was talking all this crap about how the Browns are gonna destroy
Because they got
like,
an amazing roster, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's Odell Beckham, the guy that he played with at LSU, Jarvis Landry. So they're back together. That's 2 great, not good. They're great wide receivers. And then they have all the awesome defense. And they got Baker Mayfield. Dude, they got beat 43 to like 10 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
They got
Who they play?
destroyed.
I forget.
I don't remember.
That's a shame when you.
Yeah, I forget.
It wasn't anybody. I'm about to tell you right now. Week 1, the Browns, Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, the Titans,
That's why
yeah.
we can't remember.
Yeah.
Titans are not known for an offense.
Yeah.
They're more of a defense.
And then our boy Nick Foles got injured on the first drive.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Broke his collarbone, man.
He threw an awesome pass though.
Yo, he did.
It
But
was-
he got hit he got hit in the middle of the throw, which exposed his collarbone. So a dude like shoulder just cracked him right there.
Man, he stays in there for that.
Yeah.
He just stays there. He doesn't move. He's like, hit me, I'll throw it.
But that's why he's always getting hurt.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. But anyway, so segue from that to, did you hear about the tailgating thing with the dude from the Sixers?
Yes, I did.
Did you hear about that?
No.
Scott, what's his name?
Michael Scott?
Michael Scott. Yeah, I think it's Michael Scott.
Is it Michael Scott or am I thinking of The Office? Something like that.
I think it's Michael Scott or
Yeah, I don't know. That's the article I put up in there, Rachel. You can pull it up. But yeah, so one of the dudes from the Sixers is from Virginia. He plays power forward for the Sixers.
Okay.
So he I guess he gets invited out to a bunch of
Mike Scott, you're right.
Mike Scott. Okay. So yeah, he got invited out to a bunch of
Jamie remembers everything.
Of tailgating events,
Uh-huh.
right? So he takes it. Now you play for a Philly team. He takes it upon himself to wear a Redskins jersey to the tailgating events.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And doesn't expect anything to happen. So like I guess like he got into it with a bunch of people. They were yelling stuff at him. You know, doing what
Philly.
football fans do. It's not just Eagles though.
It's not just Eagles.
The Eagles fans always get the worst rap about it,
Yeah.
but it's actually worse other places. Like people have ranked them in order of, and Philly was like number 11 on the list, I think, something like that. As far as cities go, I don't know. Maybe Rachel can find that, but they're like the worst. The worst fans were like L.A.
Yeah.
New England. Boston's got a
Boston. Like they were way worse than Philly. Like as far as like the amount of people that get into fights, stabbings, things like that. Like Philly fans are probably the rudest, maybe, but they're not. Like,
and they do dumb shit.
They do dumb stuff. They get drunk. But he ended up getting in a fight with a bunch of people. That article that I posted up, there's a video clip of the fight.
This dude is like he's like 6'7", right?
Yeah.
Or 6'8", 238 pounds. Didn't he knock that dude out?
Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Just dumb though. Like to me, it's like, why would you do that?
You're asking for it.
Yeah.
Like you.
And I'm not. I don't condone like because people take sports way too seriously.
They do.
Like the whole concept of like
They do.
They do.
the whole concept of like, oh, I got a rag on you. Like there is a thing about the friendly like ribbing.
Fuck out of here. Go, Mike. That's a fight you're not going to win, Holmes. That's a fight you're not going to win.
Muhammad, watch it. Muhammad.
There you go. Yeah, so he literally got into a fist fight with a bunch of Eagles fans.
Wow.
And it's like,
I've been to. I'm sorry to cut you off,
Go ahead.
Jamie. I've been to the tailgating event probably about 2 years ago, and that's what they do out there.
Yeah.
Some of these dudes, they don't even go to the game. They just
Right.
go to the
and
parking
they're
lot.
drinking from like 5, 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like they get there early, especially if it's a 1 o'clock game. They're there all morning drinking.
Yeah, and they're just messed up. Like, do you think?
Why go into that environment?
What timeout? This is the first year that he got signed to Sixers, right?
Yeah.
You just got a new contract, and you have probably way more to lose than those dudes, and you go out there.
Yeah, it's one thing to go to a game. You know what I mean? Like,
And it's one thing to be like just a dude who's a Redskins fan who drove up from DC or VA and like you show up to the tailgate with a Redskins jersey. That's one thing, right? Like maybe people will say some stuff to you and it's like that's to be expected and you just go about your business.
This pic says it all for me.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
no, sorry.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
And he was talking. He was
Jail pose.
What is going on with your pants?
He was talking mad trash before, like saying, you know, if I go to the tailgate parties, I'm gonna go with my Redskins jersey on. So like, you're going to be an antagonist.
Yeah, you're
you know
asking
what I mean?
for it.
But
And you are now a part of the Philadelphia sports, community. You play for the Sixers.
Which is why all that stuff happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're saying,
Yeah.
like I know fans will come from other, teams and whatever, and they'll tailgate or they'll come to games and there'll be some back and forth or some chatter and whatnot. But I ain't never seen anything like that.
Right.
That's on a whole other level. And it's
Yeah.
because you're supposed to rep Philly right now and you're kind of like, yeah, I'm repping Philly. I'm getting paid by you guys,
Right.
but screw y'all
Right.
at the same time.
Right. I'm going to show up to the game with the jersey of the team you're playing.
Yo,
That's
you know what I'm
not
saying?
going to elicit a good response.
When I was there for that Monday night game versus the Skins, there was a guy that Juanita worked with, Brian, I think his name was, and his wife, who was an Eagles fan. He was getting it, but most of the times it was just fun, back and forth type of stuff.
But that's what it is.
You know,
like if you
it's-
show up with the other team's jersey, you got to expect to get
Yeah.
a little bit of something.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. Like, even if you went to the game with the jersey,
Yeah.
that's a whole nother story than going to a hotel.
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
come on,
tailgate
man.
where they're
Yeah.
super drunk.
But I think he was like brought there to like he was actually brought there as like people bring sports athletes and celebrities to the tailgate as like how they bring
yeah.
celebrities to the club. You know what I mean? It's like
Dude,
they
it's-
bring them there to get people to
okay.
come.
Remember,
so
I
it's like,
told you that they had DJs. It looked like a freaking club in the parking
right.
lot.
So they'll actually pay these dudes to show up so that they can bring more people to the tailgate experience. So it's like you're being brought in as like a guest, but then rocking the Redskins jersey, and then
It's like spitting in their face.
right.
Maybe he thought that would be controversial. Like it would be like, all right, let me up my likes here. Let me put this on Instagram and pose in the
Probably.
street. And
Probably, and
let
no
me
one's gonna mess with me.
Can't do
I
that.
wish somebody would
can't
type
do
stuff
that.
because he's
they're
a
gonna
big
hit
dude.
you.
Dude. They don't care. And I guess he thought like he would have his crew or he would have like because he has a huge fan base from basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess he thought they would protect him or they would like have his back. Like, nah, bro.
Nah, he straight up just lost his cool. That dude.
Yeah, but I wonder how that's going to work now, like with the Sixers and the whole
he's-
dynamic.
When he comes out on the court, they're gonna boom.
They're gonna
him
boom.
for the next.
Yeah,
That's gonna be it.
I mean, if he might apologize or he might say something like, "You gotta apologize."
Fake
you know?
apology. Speaking of fake apologies, you've been following the AB, the Antonio Brown thing that's going on.
I have.
Yeah,
But
sexual assault?
What was the fake? He apologized.
Sexual assault.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
I haven't heard.
I just saw something
What?
about that. Yeah, today actually. Yeah, right here.
But-
Brown accused of sexual assault. Patriots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on the Patriots now. Did you know that?
I know that. Yeah, I know he's on the Patriots, and I
Yeah,
know they're gonna put a stop to all of his antics.
Accused of sexually assaulting his former trainer.
What?
Oh wow.
Wow. Yeah. I think that dude is a little loony, yo.
You think? You think? But what was the fake apology though? What did you mean by fake apology?
I was watching on Saturday morning. I was, getting ready to Coach Noah's game. I was watching. It was like 9 a.m. I was watching Good Morning Football Weekend edition, and they're showing a story.
That's right. That's what he does in his spare time.
I made a smile like, of course you were.
Of course you were.
That's what you were doing.
But they were going through what's been happening with AB and how he's been difficult with the helmet thing, and then he cussed out Mike Mayock, who's the GM now
Right.
for the Raiders, and then they showed his apology, and it seems so.
Like he did a Twitter apology or something.
No, he did it it was a press conference.
Oh, okay.
It was a press conference apology.
It was like
but
one
it
of those
seemed
forced
like
ones.
it was so forced and it was so fake, I'm ready to get on the field. And as that's playing, the girl that's the hostess on there, something just happened just now. As they're playing his apology, he Instagrammed something. It's 9 o'clock, so it's early as hell on Cali time. So it's like 6 a.m, something
Yeah.
like that there.
Right.
He goes on Instagram and writes I forgot exactly what he said, pretty much bashing the Raiders. And then he says, release me, exclamation, at Raiders.
What?
While they're playing his apologies that he just did.
They're trying to
yesterday.
be like, look, guys, he's sorry. And then he's tweeting about release me.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then, later on that day, I think he signed with the Patriots. Dude is nuts, yo.
Well, we'll see if the Patriots ain't playing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm looking back, man. Like, he makes T.O. look like he's friggin' team captain.
Right?
Yo, it's...
And people couldn't handle him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, he just got accused of sexual assault.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
When did that happen? Today?
Yeah. I mean, we don't, innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Like, we got to see how the story unfolds, but
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah,
Not with our president. He's
Dude,
that's another.
but the hilarious thing is just like it's so exhausting.
Any little.
It's
It
so
is.
exhausting.
It
it's
is.
like to the point where now it's just like, yo, we like just stop. Like it's not even like
Yeah.
I feel you,
It
dude.
reminds
It
me
is.
like
I'm so done.
I don't want to hear
know
it
what-
anymore.
I
I
know.
don't.
You know what it is? It's like, for us, I guess, not for everybody, but for us, it's like trying to play a soccer game and you just got people bickering about the dumbest things, and
Yeah.
it just destroys the game,
Yeah.
right? Just destroys
That's
the game.
that's why I've been on such a hiatus because I
Yeah.
got so mad the last time.
Yeah.
You
I
just
know.
don't even want to deal with it.
Dude,
anymore.
this latest a couple of the latest ones that they've been like obsessing over, where it's just like, yo, why is this even in the news? Was the hurricane thing
Yeah,
where they were like obsessing over the fact that he like
with the
drew
marker,
something, the Sharpie.
the Sharpie.
But it's like, yo, y'all are just making yourselves look dumb. Did you hear about this? So like apparently he did like a press conference or something talking about Hurricane Dorian, and he said in Hurricane Dorian that like he said in the press conference or something. I don't even know the full story, but I just got pieces of it that Alabama was in the path that was possible to be hit, and everyone like was trashing him about like, oh, he's so stupid. Dorian's going up the coast. Alabama's not even in the path or whatever. When they had reported that Alabama was in the path, like people have posted up the videos of them saying it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But anyway, like so on the chart that he showed the path of the hurricane, there was like Sharpie lines or something that pointed to Alabama, and everyone went crazy about the fact that he like Sharpied on this chart. Like you have to see it. Like you have to look. It was like
it's
One of the top Google searches related to this is Trump selling Sharpies.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna get to.
Yo, genius.
So he turns everything into a troll, and y'all don't get it. Like it's so exhausting. Now he's selling Sharpies, and they're all sold out. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's
And then the newest one is the
the rain thing.
The rain thing.
Oh my goodness!
Like he was talking about his rally. First of all, they're trying to like
In
they're
Fayetteville.
obsessing over the like trying to prove that no one's at his rally, even though it was like they proved that it was like he did record numbers or something like that. And so he said something about like all the people that were outside,
We're soaking wet.
soaking wet,
Yeah.
because they were outside. And so, like, all these people, Brian Stelter, all the usual suspects were tweeting, like, oh, it's not even raining. It's 88 degrees and sunny. How are they soaking wet? Like, here goes Trump lying again. And then, like, everyone is, like, replying to them, like, it's called sweat. You know what I mean?
He never mentioned rain at all.
Right. So,
Yeah.
but they're trying to say Trump's, like, there's all these.
Funny thing is, that's what you think of.
Yeah. But it's just.
But why does it
Why does
matter?
it- who
It does
cares?
not matter.
It matters when that's all that's in your sight. You want to destroy somebody. It's just like, when you're in high school and somebody did something to you, and then you get all the cool people,
Yeah.
they all like attack this person, and they just make it their job to attack them, just to shame them and put them to. It's the same type of stuff. It's
you
just,
obsess over every little thing they do.
Everything they do.
But the worst part about it is that all they're doing is just fueling the Trump phenomenon. They don't even realize it. Like, they're just fueling it. Like, you're actually not you're
giving it life.
You're giving it more life.
Which I think was always part of his kind of shtick, which is like, all press is good press, right? Like, just keep talking.
That's what got him elected.
Because people will pay attention. People are going to go on my Twitter. People will listen to me. And if I can get some things to stick against the wall, let's go.
Right.
Like that. You know what I'm saying? That's always kind of been his thing. Like, go ahead, hate on me.
Yeah.
I'm still here. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Going back to soccer, we just want to play the game. Like, the majority of people just want to play.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then when you get a bunch of people that aren't allowing that, they gotta go.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, people are starting to realize, like,
What a case of right.
No,
It's not him though. Trump has good people around him that help him bounce back. Most of the problems that he has is because he just has to open his mouth. He messed stuff up, and his team helps turn it around.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I think the point of what the media does is to make you see it that way.
right.
And if you don't do your own due diligence and not just be pulled into the emotion of, because all of the stuff that they do, all of the headlines are designed to elicit an emotion from you, and pull you into
emotion.
to pull you into that vibe of like
Outrage.
oh my God, he's an idiot. That's why they'll do a whole news article about him sharpieing a line on a chart, or him, talking about people were in the rain when he never said that. It's just to get
Charlottesville, for example, talking about him. They CNN
right.
saying that he never disavowed the Nazis or the KKK or whatever like that. But if you go and look for the press conference, he disavowed them like 3 or 4 times during the same time.
Yep.
Yeah,
but they just never showed that.
They cut out the one piece that they want to use, and that's what people don't do. People don't do the research. Like, people just read headlines. It happens all the time.
And the thing is, like, if you just start, like, wait a minute, like, just go a little bit further.
Mm-hmm.
All you gotta do is go a little bit further. You'll realize, like, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
The one guy, Spike Lee, he had something in the, I think it was the New York Times. It was like a little piece he was doing about.
He's trying to start a movement, right? What's it called?
It's
1916. 1619.
1619.
Yeah.
And just shitting on America,
right?
Basically, and just saying how, and you can do that. Like, you come from the perspective that everything sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can do that, but that's not going to bring anybody together. And the funny part is, he gets on CNN and he's talking about all this stuff. He's talking about Trump, and he's just straight up like, dude, either you're very misinformed to the point where you shouldn't even be on there talking, or you're just blatantly just lying.
Well, I think
that was with Anderson Cooper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of times people are just going with the narrative. Like, they've bought in so much to the brainwashing of news. You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is,
go with it.
when you're responsible for putting something out, right, and you just don't take any responsibility at all and just go with whatever is being said, that speaks to, like, you just want to believe what's in your heart.
I think it's about Spike Lee's a businessman, right? He's, at the end of the day, he's trying to sell something. So for him to,
but in the guise of trying to act like he's trying to enlighten people.
So many people do that.
You know what I mean?
So many people do that.
Yeah,
I mean, how many self-help books, how many like motivational speakers, like, they come from the standpoint of like, I want you to be your best you. But it's really, no, I want to make a bunch of money off of you,
right,
with the idea that you're going to be a better you, right? So anything that can help them help you buy into the fact that you need help helps them to make money off of helping you.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
I get
So
that.
and that's why I'm saying, like, so his what he's selling needs all of that shit, the other shit, to be true.
Right.
What he's selling needs you to believe that everything is racist and the country is founded on, you know, the most, you know, racist everything, you know, put all the bigotry, all of that into the bag, and you have to believe in that in order for you to buy into what I'm selling.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it does nothing.
It
For
makes
people.
it makes him rich though.
Yeah, it makes money.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
But that's you. So you see the intent in that.
But that's what people need to start understanding, that.
That's my point.
And start
Like,
looking, get past
so,
the emotion.
again.
Right.
Either he's really stupid,
Yeah.
or he's like just doesn't want to see it.
Right.
And then you gotta ask, why doesn't he want to see it? Because he's going to whatever is in him. What's at the core of a lot of these things is, what do they really believe? A lot of them, they're just selfish and they want to. Well, I'm talking about people who are in these positions.
Right.
They want to make money.
I think so, but I think they also do this weird Jedi mind fuck on themselves where they start to actually believe what they're saying. You know what I mean? Like they start really believing that there's virtue in it.
Because you gotta believe the lie in
Right.
order to have actual passion in it.
It's. I was watching an old infomercial the other day, and it all kind of like just made sense to me that this is exactly what every form of wizardry is. It's like the infomercial has to make you believe that something that's not that bad is super terrible, so that you can now buy this product that's going to help you.
I was thinking this. I was watching something.
For real?
The
It's
same
like,
thing.
because you know how the infomercial always takes like something that you could do easily, simple. You do it all the time.
Wait, we were talking about this.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but
I think I remember this too.
But they always take like the most simple task and turn it into the most crazy. Yeah. It could be something like opening a bag of chips. It's like,
and the chips go
flying everywhere. That's why you need this super chip opener bag thing that helps you not.
What they do, so this is that's funny because that's like literally how this world works.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
Because any problem you have,
they
almost
amplify
like
it.
create that problem. Yeah, 'cause
Amplify it.
but-
Take something
But
small.
to amplify it is to like almost create it. Right.
Because it's really not a problem. Maybe it's something
Right.
that happened once. Maybe you did
It's
spill
all
some
in your
chips one time.
perspective.
Yeah. Right.
It's all in your perspective, right?
Right.
So, now you need a solution. Got that solution right here for you. Here you go.
But then there's also the fact of the people that are working the infomercial that have to sell it. That's their job, right? So they have to almost believe that it's that good to be able to sell it to you.
Right.
And I remember I was watching an interview of someone who used to work on stuff like that, and they would say that like they have to really believe. They have to like convince themselves that this is the best product in the world. It could be the freaking set it and forget it shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Any of those infomercials, think about them. Like this, what was the little mop thing that they sold so many of? All those things. It's like they're all like it's all wizardry. It's all little tricks to get you to think that you need this. But the person selling it has to almost buy in as well to be able to deal with the fact that they're lying to you.
Right.
Because they're lying. They're straight up lying.
Yeah.
And they know it.
So they got to believe the lie to make you believe the lie.
Right.
So now we're all...
So that's what commercials are. That's what the news has become. That's what social media is. Think about it. Like all of these things.
I mean,
but
that's how it has always been.
Yeah.
It's just on a greater scale because we got media.
Yeah, we have a 24-hour news cycle now. It's ramped up. And now it's even more than 24 hours. It's like how much news can we get you to just obsess over for your entire day?
Yeah.
They want you to be engaged with them nonstop. Mm-hmm. That's their goal. And the only way to do that, and they've realized that they have the data and the algorithms in place where it's like, we have to get you outraged about something so that you keep coming back. It's like, when does the Weather Channel get its most ratings when a storm is coming. When if there's a blizzard, if there's a hurricane, something like that,
or even
people will watch it nonstop.
Yeah, or the news.
The news. Like when there's a blizzard coming, we notice when winter's about to come. When there's a blizzard, the news is. They make it seem like, first of all, they make it seem like it's the worst thing ever because they want to get you to keep watching.
We end up getting like 2 inches.
It's never as
and
bad
everybody
as
believes it. Everybody goes to the supermarket. There's no
buy
water.
I mean, you think about it,
water.
like out of all the years I've been alive, it's probably only been what they've said maybe twice.
Maybe twice. Maybe twice, yeah. Of our entire
it's usually
lives.
not as bad.
But every year we get the blizzard warning, blizzard of the century, you know.
And that's something too, because it's almost like the cried wolf thing. You know what I mean?
Stan said, how about Papa John's trying to pull the blacks back with with Shaq being
store owner and
store
board member.
owner and board member. That's right, buddy.
Rach is trying to hold her laughter in.
How do you get the blacks? You find the biggest, blackest one you can find. Get them to buy into Papa John's, and then they'll come back. They'll come running.
Oh, Jonathan's watching. What's up, Jonathan?
What's up, Jonathan? Yeah, it's all just forms of
Wizardry.
Yeah, control, wizardry.
That's all it is.
I kind of feel like that's the whole Jay-Z thing too. Like, there's no way they're gonna abandon Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So the only choice that they have left is to like get rid of all this outrage regarding the NFL. Not that it's even as strong as everybody would like to make it seem. Like I feel like
It's
that's
not.
a much bigger concept, but at the end of the day, everybody's still watching football on Sunday.
Exactly, and playing.
But that was a way to squash that. Like, well, once we have Jay-Z back on the team, you guys aren't going to leave Jay-Z. So now you love us again, right? That's just how that goes.
And it works. It works because I hear all these people making excuses for it.
It's just about. It's not about having that many people. It's just about having a few people that are very loud. You know?
Yep.
I mean, you look at that Chick-fil-A thing in Toronto. I don't know.
Oh
if you know
yeah.
that. Like,
What?
the
Something
stuff that
new?
they were doing.
Something new happened?
They opened a Chick-fil-A in Toronto, and a bunch of people showed up to protest it. But there were just as many, if not more, people waiting in line to buy food.
Yeah.
And they were interviewing a lot of people, and like there were like gay couples in line who were like, "I'm just here for some chicken. I'm not here for it." They're
Get out of here.
Yeah, like no, we don't agree. We want the chicken.
Yeah. No, Chick-fil-A's the shit. Stop it.
But
you know.
of course, it got blown up by like, oh, Chick-fil-A opens and protesters show up ready to shut it down. Like all of our, very liberal.
Yeah, the news will
outlets
frame it.
Painted it as if.
Yeah. As if
this Chick-fil-A was open for one day and now
Yeah.
they've decimated it.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's not what
no.
happened.
Yeah.
And it will be there, and it will thrive, and it's still going to be closed on Sunday.
It's probably going to be great and clean.
Yeah.
One of the best Chick-fil-A's
And
ever.
amazing
I was gonna say,
service.
it's going to be delicious.
Did you guys hear about this guy? Better call Tyrone. His name was Tyrone. I don't remember his last name, but there was some story. I don't even know where it was, but basically it was a nail salon.
Oh,
right?
I did hear about that.
You heard about
yes.
that?
Yes,
Okay.
I thought that's what you were getting
Yeah.
at.
So
Yeah.
this Asian nail salon.
Of
Most of
course.
them are Asian.
Yeah.
Of course.
Simone Chang. They related to you?
Are there any non-Asian nail salons? Because I am not aware.
I don't know.
I'm really not.
And specifically Vietnamese, right?
Yeah.
Like, aren't they usually Vietnamese?
Yeah, they are.
Vietnamese, yeah.
What is it about? Like, did they just
I don't know.
Did they just breed them out there? Are they in
We can
Vietnam?
ask-
Like,
It's just the
Remember,
thing. It's
remember
like
the guy, Pete, we used to work out with, the
yeah,
Asian dude?
he owned a nail
He-
salon, right?
yeah.
He owned one. I think he owns two now. There's one in Williamstown that he's doing really well with. He
All them
He
heroin addicts like getting their nails done.
he patented like some new thing where it's like, I forgot what it's called. I'm messing it up. It's like something powder dip or something like that.
Is that because because your wife probably in there all the time?
Yeah,
getting it done.
she's in there. It's like powder dip, and he goes like to different. I think he was just in Australia for like a convention or something like that. So he's making some money, yo.
Can we just step outside of like the world that we're in right now and just think about like why the fuck do people obsess over what their nails
Nail.
look like? Can we just think about that for a
You're
second?
right.
Like, just separate yourself from what we've been indoctrinated into, and think about the fact that someone sits down at a place where they pay someone
To put
to
fake
put colors and shit on their nails.
And that's like anything though, like it starts really early. Like I remember back in the day, my mom was doing the homeschool thing with me, staying at home. She used to sell Avon, right?
Yeah.
The Avon ladies used to be big back in
Right.
the day. And she liked nail polish. So from a little girl, I remember like that being a thing,
Yeah.
like getting my nails painted, thinking that was really
Programmed.
pretty.
It's
And then you get older and older, and now all of a sudden, like you gotta go, like it's part of being feminine.
Yeah.
It's part of being beautiful. If you don't
Well,
have your nails
not
done,
anymore.
not anymore, right? The tables have turned. Things are different.
Come on, guys.
feminine means something else now.
Guys, you can't say that, guys.
Can't say
You
that.
can't say guys
Can't
either.
say guys. But that's ingrained.
Point of-
you know what I'm saying?
I have
Heavy
two
to a
daughters,
point
and
where like,
they're like, "Oh, paint my nails," because to them that's pretty,
Right.
And it's just like,
Yeah.
but why?
right.
Yeah. It's just memory. It's just what we're programmed, like
Yeah.
Simone said.
Yeah,
And
Wizard.
it's the familiar. It's kind of like sometimes people like sweet fruit. Sometimes people like bitter fruit. You know what I mean? It's what they grew up with.
Right.
Like we drink Malta, and a lot of people don't like Malta.
I hate Malta.
my wife's family always brings these fruits from Trinidad. That's like they love this shit. It's like they grew up with these. It's like a treat for them when they grew up. So they take like cherries or mangoes or like plums, or any kind of fruit, and they pickle it with pepper, like hot habaneros and like these weird spices. That shit is not. It is not good, but they love it. They love it because to them it's just like nostalgic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what we grew up with. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Little things that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
But then you realize this ain't that good for me.
Right.
Like
like gummy bears.
yeah.
I love gummy bears.
I love gummy bears.
All right. Cameras are messing up on me. I'm going to attempt to fix them, both of them at the same time.
Okay.
If you guys want to
We
keep talking, just give me
We'll
So
just keep
we're gonna
talking.
talk in the dark.
Yeah, gummy bears are the shit,
To our
man.
voices.
But we kind of went off on a tangent because we were talking about the nail salon
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We sure did.
with Tyrone. So
Because man, I just thought it just hit me like just the idea
But-
of nail salon.
I'm gonna ask Pete though.
but
I'm
here's
gonna-
it's about the programming. See, you're not gonna no matter how social justicey you want to get, you're not
Right.
gonna break that program.
Right.
Right. So something happened with a girl who went in there. She claims that the guy kicked her out and like basically punched her or whatever because she wasn't picking what she wanted and he got aggravated. The guy said he never did that. Right. So Tyrone comes along.
You
They
sure
were-
his name's Tyrone?
His name is Tyrone.
Okay.
Because right when I heard it, I thought of you better call Tyrone. So Tyrone comes along and he's got a bag of bricks.
He came with a bag of
Bag
bricks.
of
Bag of bricks.
He said, "I'm
Right?
tired of this.
Yeah, he says you're not gonna keep disrespecting my women, my black
Disrespecting
women,
my black
right?
queens around
So
here. Y'all
I don't know
disrespecting
if
these
it was
black
his
queens."
wife or if it was his girlfriend. She's filming it.
Right.
Right.
Because she's like, oh, he about to go off.
Now he's got the bag of bricks. He tells them, y'all need to leave right now. Everybody needs to leave here right now because it's about to go down. Right?
Yeah.
Nobody gets up.
Everybody just ignores his ass.
Everybody,
Right.
they're doing their nails, doing their feet. Everybody just chilling.
They
Like,
like,
nobody's listening to them. So
I've been waiting all week for this. I ain't getting
yeah,
up.
You gonna have my nails
Right.
and the
looking
girl
like
like
shit.
the girl's behind the camera like, about to go down. So, dude, it's so funny. So they call the cops.
They called the cops, of course.
It's all on camera.
Yeah.
By them.
But didn't he actually throw some bricks though?
I don't even
He
know.
did. I think he
Did
threw some
Can we
bricks.
find
through,
the video?
He
Is
threw
that-
some bricks through the window.
Through the window?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's when they called the cops.
So, but they
Goodness.
had it all on camera.
yeah, so he got arrested. So they were trying to raise money. They raised like $50,000
Yeah.
for this dude.
He was trying to raise $20,000.
Yeah, they raised like $50,000
Yeah.
for his.
Which is so retard. Like, dude,
for his legal fees.
that don't mean he's gonna get off.
Legal fees. It's on video. He's guilty. But that reminded me, when I heard that story, dude, it reminded me of, me and James were talking about this, I think it was like a couple years ago. There was a story similar to that with this this Asian dude who owned a hair store where they sell like weaves and stuff like that. Again, Asians cornered that market. Koreans, yeah. Cornered that market.
Yeah.
Black people buying weaves from these Koreans.
It's $1 billion business,
dude,
bro.
Crazy. So, okay, so this is Tyrone here. Yeah, there he goes with his bag of bricks.
Tyrone.
Look, and he used a recyclable bag, too.
Okay.
Go in there with him. Go in there with him.
All right, listen up.
Step away from the window.
Y'all can step away from the window. Y'all can come up out of there. So y'all, I'm getting you a warning.
Step away from the window.
Let y'all know this is the second time I've been here with this shop disrespecting black women. This is over with. Last time, it's gonna happen. Y'all step away from this window, or y'all stay here, continue to support these people that continue to disrespect y'all. And when black men stand up for y'all by these clowns disrespecting us, we don't get the support we need from y'all. Y'all get away from that. Y'all come on up.
And they all ignored it. They all ignored his ass.
Shut it down.
Thank you.
Everyone ignored him.
No problem.
I didn't see this part.
Yeah, see, he threw the bricks through the window.
I told you to move.
That's not right. Somebody should call the police on that.
You get 911.
I said y'all to come out. Come out. Come out.
Back it up.
Come out.
The brother
How
said he
stupid
wasn't
are you
playing.
to
He's not
record
playing.
this?
He said he wasn't playing. He is not playing.
See,
That's okay. He know. He know. You got another one. Take it in.
I got mine. I got mine. Stop playing. Y'all play too much. We talk too much. That's it. Quit playing. Stop disrespecting black women.
So, yeah, he ended up getting arrested. And I think he had priors. Like, he was a convicted felon already. So it's like, what are you
not
doing?
the
What are
way
you
you
accomplishing? What are you
handle
doing, bro?
Kind of crazy to me that like you're throwing bricks through the front window, wherein that brick on the other side could have hit whatever client was sitting in
Yeah.
that chair right in the
Yeah.
head and killed them. And
Yep.
then now what? You have like low key murder on your hands.
Yeah.
What is it
I
worth it?
told you to
But
move.
to make a point about what, though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I
He
think
doesn't
I
even
think
know
He
what
doesn't know the
really
full
happened.
story.
Yeah.
He's listening to what someone told him.
She
Yeah.
probably
Because
got
I-
ignorant with them.
It turned out, I think that she didn't pay or something like that.
Yeah, that was what he was saying. that
Right.
She didn't pay.
She
So
didn't pay, so they
he was
kicked
trying
her
to-
out.
Yeah.
So they kicked her out, and they forced her to leave. Like they drug her out of there or something
Yeah.
like that. And
Which maybe they shouldn't have did. But,
yeah,
But yeah, they take it too far.
yeah,
And it's because, but you got to think like, why are you so mad that you're gonna go there and throw bricks through a window?
right,
And it's because you got your own anger.
Right.
You got. Why do you have that anger? Because it's masking over the emotions that you don't want to deal with.
Right.
You know.
and you're not dealing with the issue where it's like you're mad because these people are in your community making money off of your people. And then disrespecting them at the same time. It's like, well, the answer to that is start your own nail salon then,
Yeah.
and get the business that they have, and then force them out.
But you seen how nobody moved.
Yeah, because they don't
Nobody-
care. But that was what reminded me of this other story that happened a couple years ago, where the dude with the hair store, some girl was trying to steal or something like that. Her son or her kid was trying to steal. I think it was a young kid, and he ended up punching the kid in the face
Oh wow.
and kicked them out. So these dudes so he knew, he was like, oh, I'm about to be screwed, right?
Yeah.
So what he did was he did a 50% off everything in the store sale the next day, and the line was around the corner. So when the protesters showed up, they was out there like, oh, we need to shut this place down. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all can't support this business. And they was like, 50% off. Y'all, you need to get out of here. Like they
Off a hair,
Yeah.
which is usually $100
Right,
and
right.
upwards. Like
Right.
yeah.
So they were like, they were like, no, get out of here with that protest. I'm gonna get my hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, the deal means more than your dignity.
the principle.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he knew, like, all right, I got to do something to keep their business. So he just did a sale.
Right.
So it showed where their priorities really were. Like, and that's what it is most of the time. The outrage is all just because it's convenient for you, and it's something that doesn't affect you anyway.
Right.
You could be on Twitter, hashtagging all day and pretend like you care about something, but you really don't have to do anything.
Yeah. And when push comes to shove, you'll see what really happens.
Right.
You'll see what really comes out of you. You know? And that's what you're getting with a lot of these people. Like, that's the problem. It's not. Stop looking at other people for the black community. Start looking at yourselves.
Yeah.
Start looking at the black community. You can't change everybody, obviously, but you can change yourself.
Right.
And like that guy, Tyrone, he's so mad at what's happening to his black women. Start with yourself. Like, why are you so angry?
Yeah.
What are you so angry for?
Start with your family. Start with your community. Start with the people start changing what you can change.
Mm-hmm.
Establish how to treat black women in your home.
Not even that. Like, yeah, but change yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
but that's what you have to do to start it all, right?
I mean, but why are you so mad?
Right.
You know what I mean? Why are you so mad that you're going to go somewhere and throw bricks through a window and not think of the consequences?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why are you so angry, dude? There's something there. You got to go deeper. But that's what happens. All that hurt, all that emotion, it's easier to point it at everybody else. That's what anger does. Anger is an outward thing.
Well, not only that, it's now it's also at a point where it's rewarded. You know what I mean? Especially if you can point that anger at a just cause. You know what I mean? So like
at
now
what looks like
right.
a just
So
cause.
this dude Tyrone raised $50,000 for his legal fees, and he's going to have a social media following now. He's going to be a somebody now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like other people are going to do that now.
Yeah.
Other people are going to follow suit.
And he's like,
And you're supporting that though? Like, what does that do? What type of example is that to a young black man? You know what I mean? Or a kid growing up.
It's the example.
That's how I should act if I don't get my way, or
if someone does something wrong, you need to
retaliate.
But we're very much in that like culture right now where it's like you find something offensive or you find something wrong, scream and stomp your feet as loud as you can instead of
and break stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, but instead of finding solutions like you're talking about or saying, oh, okay, well,
to them,
I'm really angry. Let me control my anger first of all. But then, what's the next logical solution to that? Let me remove my money from this business.
Yeah.
Let me do the things that actually make sense.
Talk to the community. Tell them not to go there.
Exactly. Like post up flyers all around if you want that says don't go here because X, Y, and Z. But no, everybody is like break things, stomp your feet, and that's it.
Right. Show up in black masks and break windows, beat people up.
I'm still mad at the recyclable bag. You got your Aldi's bag full of bricks.
Got his Aldi's bag.
Okay.
That to them, that is their solution. Like, if I can make you feel, well, really, it's about if I can feel that I've gotten justice,
right?
Then that's my solution. You know what I mean? And that's how people treat these things a lot of times. I was watching something with a bunch of people that were just like attacking abortion protesters that had like big signs of baby, fetus, and and they're like just destroying the signs, beating people, like going crazy, like yelling.
It's like that
like rage,
that congressman from Philly. Remember, he was like out there harassing people.
But no, on another level, like
doxing little kids.
Yeah,
and it blows my mind. Like, you're not gonna step back and like maybe I'm a little too mad.
Yeah,
and you see it with all these these people, like these social justice warriors, these feminists, they are so enraged,
Right.
you know, and they're not dealing with their emotions.
Andrew Schultz calls them fat bitches with short hair. That's what he calls like the. He always
a lot of
he
them
talks
that are-
about. He talks about like he was like, "Why all the feminists ugly bitches?" That's what he says on his comedy special.
And why do you think?
He's like, no, because he was actually breaking down the logic. Like, pretty girls don't have nothing to be mad about,
Right?
So,
Exactly. They're like,
so they don't got time to be feminists.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm taking advantage of this situation.
Right, exactly. They benefit from it, so they don't need to be feminists.
Yeah, so they're outraged. I mean, they got different rules.
Yeah.
You know, that they're believing in and moving in.
Right.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like you can't come together in rage.
Yeah.
Because eventually you're gonna point the finger at the people you came together with.
It's,
You know what I
it
mean?
becomes a circular firing squad.
Antifa comes together in rage. They do that shit all the time.
You can't come together in rage.
Yeah.
You're gonna start pointing the finger at everybody else because it's you that you need healing. Like,
Yeah.
You know?
And to me, these are very like short-term solutions.
Yeah.
Like you can't, if you have anybody, you can't beat opinions into them.
Mm-hmm.
Like we know that that's not a way to change someone's mind.
All
You
you're
know what
gonna
I'm
do is
saying?
make
Like,
them try to beat their opinions back into you.
at
Like it's
some
just,
other
yeah,
point, you know,
right.
they're going to be taking their rage out on
Right.
somebody else or you or what. It's just
Yeah.
it's not a real solution.
Or they're gonna hold tighter to their opinions. Because
Right.
they're gonna say, "Oh, you're trying to beat it out of me. Now I need to
Right.
hold on to it." You know what I mean? So it's like you're not.
Yeah. I mean, look at Tyrone. Like, you think he's gonna learn from this situation, especially after he just got 30,000, whatever, how
No,
much
he's
money
not-
he got.
he's
He's
not
not gonna
gonna
learn.
learn.
He's gonna be like,
That's
"See,
what I.
look
That,
what I
that's
could
that's
Right.
my
Yeah.
point about him.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna have a following. Now he's gonna
Yeah.
have a supporters that are gonna just egg him on.
Mm-hmm.
So of course he doesn't learn.
And then you
I
get
wanna
more
read the
people.
Comments. That video's on Facebook.
You'll find it anywhere.
Yeah, you too.
I like going and
I
reading
always read the
people's-
comments. The comments are the best. But yeah, that reminds me of what Dave Chappelle was talking about in his special, where he like basically shit on the audience. You know what I mean? And was like, you know. But the funny thing was about that joke was, did you hear what you didn't watch it, but did you hear what everyone said when he started doing the imitation? When he said, "Who's that?"
No, what?
You
said
hear,
Trump.
people in the audience saying Trump, Trump.
Uh-huh.
And I was watching Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz podcast. They were talking about that joke, and Charlemagne said when he watched him do it on Broadway, it was the same reaction. Like everyone in the audience was like, "Oh, Trump, Trump, Trump," because it's like people are so programmed to just think Trump is always the enemy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's
yeah.
like he's doing this
Or
impression.
any kind of mockery, stupidity.
Yeah,
like
stupidity,
that's the association.
idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Trump.
It was the same way with Bush too.
It was,
You know, that
but
was
it's
very much
so
the
much
thing.
worse with Trump.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
It's like again, it's exhausting. So like people immediately were jumping on that, and he goes, "No, that's you." You know what I'm saying? That's you. He was like, "You are the worst people to ever
Talk to, entertain, to try and entertain,
Yeah, do a
yeah.
show for." Like he was like. Because all you want to do is look for me to say something wrong so you could then try to ruin my life. You know what I mean? And then what are they doing now?
Yep.
What are they doing? Exactly what he said. The Rotten Tomatoes thing is crazy. I posted up that meme about that because it was like so blatant. The fact that like, first of all, he had a 0% rating for a few days because they wouldn't let the public rate his comedy special. So they only were letting certain critics rate it, and all of them gave it a 0 rating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like 5 to 8.
yeah.
And whoever they were clearly going to not be
Yes.
on board with this
Exactly. When you read the reviews, it's like, okay. And then when a couple people did give it a better rating, I think it's sitting at like 30-some% now. But then they opened it up to the audience and it went to 99%. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, man. Like,
Y'all make it so obvious.
but then there's another anti-comedy special. If you ever get a chance to watch this trash on Netflix by this woman, She's a lesbian. Her name is
Short hair.
yeah. The special is called Nanette, I think, but it was built so late. It was billed as a comedy special. What the hell is her name? I forget. But anyway, so it was billed as a comedy special. I watched it because I love comedy, so I'm always watching the specials that come out on Netflix. Like whoever drops a comedy special, I watch.
Was she in any movies?
No, she's not. I didn't know who she was, but I just watched random comedy specials. So I'm watching this thing.
Hannah Gadsby.
Netflix
Netflix special called Nanette.
Nanette, look that up on Rotten Tomatoes and tell me what the rating is on that. Because I watched that trash, and it was ridiculously bad. And like the whole time she's just basically shitting on comedy, talking about how like comedy is not funny anymore because it's
100%.
100%.
29% audience score.
29% audience score.
Wow.
100% critic reviews.
The disparity.
How many reviews from the critics?
46.
46 reviews.
And user ratings over 1,000.
Yes. So you see the
Yeah.
difference, right? The whole special is her complaining about like being raped when she was younger and like talking about men and like no jokes though. There's no jokes.
So
it's
not a
like
comedy
purposely
special?
no jokes.
It's listed as an anti-comedy special.
Yeah.
So just her getting up and talking.
You're selling this to me, Jamie.
Just her
I
t-
will not watch it.
You should watch it just to see how
Be informed.
to be informed on how 100% rating happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the meme that I posted was the
Ocasio-Cortez.
the Squad movie.
Squad.
Yeah.
I actually did try to watch. I think I watched a half hour of it. I was like,
Dag. So Dave is up to 15, and the official rating is even lower. It's at 27%.
Wow.
So the more people keep commenting on it, or the more critics keep adding their opinion, it goes down.
Yeah.
But the audience score is now up to, it was at 11,000 reviews. Now it's at 32,000.
What?
It's still at 99.
99%.
Dude, because people are speaking like
And the more
I'm about to put one on there. Just to,
you should. The more Vice keeps dropping. I was watching like a YouTube podcaster, and he opens it up and he's like, "Vice is trash."
Yeah.
I immediately knew as soon as Dave put anything out that all of these articles they were going to release. He was like, "It looks like they pre-wrote the article
Right.
before it even came out." Like
Vice,
dropping all the
Vox.
words, misogyny,
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Right. Patriarchy, advancing the punching downward, all those terms that you hear.
but
I hate it.
All
Dude.
that's doing though is driving people to go watch the special
Exactly.
and review it.
And it's
Highly.
show like people are clearly like understanding that these news outlets are shit.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
People are. I mean, it's basic. Like people are gonna see this and be like, "This is some bull."
But that's why.
I mean,
it's so
why is
important.
CNN's rating so low?
Yeah. But the thing is, they don't want you to know that. Like Google is purposely
Hiding stuff.
hiding stuff, but not only that, but also only suggesting mainstream news sources when you Google stuff. YouTube is doing the same thing.
Dude,
when you look up
YouTube
stuff.
now is like I used to get all kinds of stuff in my like watch what's it called?
Suggestions. Yeah.
It's horrible now.
Yeah.
Like it's pointless.
Yeah.
To even go over. I used to always go over to my suggestions because
If you
it
don't
would always have good
physically
things.
subscribe to a page, you're not going to
It's
see it.
horrible.
Yeah.
And it's a shame.
But they need to control the narrative. It was getting like they believe, and the Project Veritas videos proved it. They believe that YouTube, social media, Google all created Trump. And they need to now control that so that he can't get reelected or it doesn't happen again. You know what I mean?
They didn't create Trump.
Not created, but they created the avenue for him to get elected.
Yeah.
You
But
know
guess
what I mean?
what? They're doing it more because they're
yeah.
they're showing their hand.
It's just like that Rotten Tomatoes thing right there is a perfect example of what we were just talking about with y'all are just breathing more life into this thing with Trump by the way you're doing it, the way you're handling it.
And what you were saying earlier about like the infomercials, like people, like you got to believe something, even though you don't believe in it, you have to believe in it,
Right.
in order to sell it, and that's what they're doing.
Dude, it's crazy.
You know, they're literally like pushing this. They know this isn't right. They know, but they don't care because they have to get Trump out of there. You know, and they think they're doing justice by lying to everybody.
Yeah. Just like with this special, they think they're doing justice by telling you not to watch it. It's trash. You know, I think the Vice article was like, "Oh, don't watch the Dave Chappelle special."
Yeah, it was like immediately like
don't watch
reasons.
it.
Right? Don't you don't need to see it.
Don't even watch it.
It was like you don't need to see it.
Don't
reasons
form
you don't
your
need
own
to
opinion.
see it. Yeah.
Like usually critics are like, "This is our opinion of it." But they don't say don't watch it. You know what I mean? Like that's a clear red flag.
And you're seeing a lot of things, because I remember like maybe 5 years ago, it was a lot of these news streams were a lot more like fun.
Yeah.
You know, speaking about fun things and things that were like
Lighter.
very light.
Yeah.
You know, and now it's just like like,
It's exhausting, like Jamie said.
yeah. And they're noticing this. Like, come on. How can you not?
It's becoming too obvious.
Yeah.
When you do that, when you have a 27% to 99%, it's too. And then you can look at the net and it's 100%.
Yeah. But see,
no one saw any negatives of that.
But that's why it becomes so obvious, and they're so blinded by their own pride that they destroy themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they expose themselves.
Yeah.
And I think, like, in my opinion, that's what God does a lot of times, because people just want justice. Like, do you see all this stuff happening?
Right.
Like, look at what they're doing. You know, people are like, this is crazy, but you know, just wait. They're gonna take themselves out.
Right.
They're gonna literally expose themselves. You know, and that's what's happening. Like, there's a lot of people who didn't vote for Trump that are gonna vote for Trump.
Yeah, I mean they've done a lot of the numbers are showing that his base is growing, and it's
the squad is making it. You know, they're pushing people away from Democrats.
I have heard from a lot of people like, yo, I can't get on board with this. Like, just a lot of the stuff that they're pushing, open borders, just like free healthcare for everybody. You know,
for illegals.
Bill Maher had that. He talked about it. Even Bill Maher, who's super
he's
liberal,
against that, right?
He talked about like how are you going to have free healthcare when you're also making everyone fat all the time?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't have it both ways. Like that, you can't. You want us to pay for everyone's healthcare, but also like we're not doing anything about the health problems that people have.
Everyone's about to die of a heart attack at 35.
Yeah. All this fast food.
Yeah. You heard about the vaping shit now?
Oh man, what's the count now? Like something crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what the numbers are at now, but I know there's more and more cases of like. I mean, but who didn't see this coming?
Yeah,
it's like every time we jump on this something else that is just a vice, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just stop. Stop giving yourself more and more vices.
But it's not. They're always going to be there because you always have the choice.
Right.
You know, like that's literally like we have the choice to stop.
Yeah.
You know, we have the choice to be like, all right, let me not do this anymore. But it's what we believe in our core being that keeps us going back to these things. You know, why do people smoke? Because they have to feed. Why do we overeat? You know, why do all these things? It's because we're feeding.
We're greedy.
Gluttonous.
I mean, that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, we're greedy, but there's something behind that. You know what I mean? There's something.
Yeah.
We're trying to fill.
Right.
You
There's
know?
a hole you're trying to fill.
Right. And that happens a lot with.
I do like to eat. It gets if there's. I talk about this all the time. There's food on my plate, and I'm like full, and it's just sitting there. I'll just keep
eating it, right?
And eat.
Yeah. Food is awesome, man.
It is.
But it's another thing that sometimes I step outside of, and I just like watch. Like, you ever watch Top Chef and be like,
they get on my nerves sometimes.
I watch Top Chef or Chopped or one of those shows, and I'll just be like, yo, what have we become as humans?
I
That
mean-
we like are sitting here critiquing the freaking flavors of like, the way you put together the fucking radishes with the rhubarb and the like. Food is supposed to be for nutrition and just to survive, and
yeah.
energy. We've turned it into this freaking circus of like presentation and like
Because you
flavors
never
and
it's-
spices.
It's
like
never gonna be enough.
yeah.
It's never gonna. You're never gonna fill that void.
But it's
You know
like
what I
that when you think about food, you think about like fashion shows.
I mean, all the Voice, all the singing
Yeah.
competitions.
Yeah,
Like, it's all the same.
Fashion shows are stupid to me.
dude. But
But
people,
it's like-
some people, it's their whole life though. Think
Yeah,
about that.
but
Like, it's
It
their
just
whole
doesn't
life.
make any sense. Like you're not gonna wear this shit most of the time. Like what is that,
Dude, but
like,
even the fact that we care so much about what
Fashion
we
Week.
put on our bodies, like to just be presentable, like the fact that we care so much is weird. It's weird.
you're right.
And no one thinks it's weird. And the fact that no one thinks it's weird is weird. You know
Yeah,
what
I mean, just the thing, like, just saying, like, oh, that's cool. She's cool.
Yeah.
I think about that sometimes. Like, well, what does that really mean?
Yeah.
Confident? You know what I mean, like, they're confident, or they don't care.
Yeah.
You know, like, why do we think people are cool? Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's really cool. But why do we say that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be for different reasons.
Definitely
Their
different reasons.
confidence and
But sometimes it's just programmed.
Yeah.
You know, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But most people, we don't ask these questions. You know?
Yeah. But I'm just thinking like when you like next time, because I know y'all don't watch this, but next time your wife is watching one of them stupid red carpet shows or like the Who Wore It Best
Wife
type
don't
shit,
watch none of that.
or anyone, if you flipping past and you see it, just think about like there was a time on this planet where people had to farm, people had to hunt, people had to fucking like get their food and make their own clothes, and it was just about like survival, shelter, not being cold. You know what I mean? And then think about what
we
they're
are.
obsessing over about the way something lays on someone's shoulder and the way their back is cut and like the dumbest shit ever. Like I watch that stuff sometimes and I'm like, yo, y'all sound crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all sound crazy.
But when people had to do all that stuff you were talking about, you know, crops, and I mean, we still have to do it, but on another level,
Yeah.
right? You think about just to have a kid, just to have babies,
Mm-hmm.
mothers died,
Yeah.
you know, on a whole nother level, like just 200 years, not even 150 years ago. You had to worry about rain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you had to worry about rain
Right.
so that your crops grow.
Yeah.
We don't really. Rain is like, oh, it's gonna rain.
Rain is a nuisance now, right?
It's like
Rain is like,
yeah.
damn it, it's raining.
But if you think about it, like that's why, like we don't have these things now, but they had idols back then,
Right.
You know, like fertility gods,
Yeah.
fertility goddess. Every single culture.
Everything that you had to worry about had a god attached to it.
Yeah, but every single culture
Right.
had a fertility god.
They also
Attached to it.
they also had like sun gods, rain gods. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
no, I mean every single culture. Every single culture.
even
I feel like they
the
all
Catholics,
had, I
right?
feel like they all had rain gods and sun gods too.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Fertility gods were usually the rain god too, because
Oh.
it all had to do with birth.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
So
Had to
they-
do with
they were
production,
multifaceted
producing.
gods.
The Virgin
a
Mary.
fertility god had to do with the cattle. It had to do with people birthing.
rabbits.
No, anything that.
Well, it did. It does.
Yeah, it did.
The Easter one.
Well,
does.
yeah, but what I'm saying is it had to do with
Isn't
what
it Esther or
Astarte. Astaroth, whatever.
Astaroth.
But my
Ashtar.
Ishtar.
Ishtar. Ishtar.
Ishtar.
Ishtar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ishtar, Astaroth, Astarte. There's a lot of different names.
Yeah.
But my point is that they had to rely. It was like, there's a fear. I'm not going to be able to have a baby.
Right.
I can't have a baby. Our crops aren't going to grow. We need more cattle. We need our cattle to produce more cattle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they would do. They would sacrifice to these gods. You know what I mean?
They
You
would
don't
sacrifice their firstborn a lot of times because they felt like that would produce more in the
Right.
long run.
Right. So these are images that we'd sacrifice. What is the image? It holds what we fear is going to happen to us, so then we go to it. It's the same thing we're doing now.
That's what I was just about to say. The funny thing is, like, when you think about, like, whatever you want to believe about abortion and if it, like, where life begins, but if you believe that life begins at conception and you think about where most people have their abortions is their firstborn, sometimes their first, second, third, whatever, you know. So it's almost like that same ritual just continuing itself,
Right.
where you're sacrificing your firstborn.
And why are you giving it up? Because you're giving it up to an image of the way you think things should be, in fear of that not happening for
Right.
yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's the same thing. It's just, that's back then. They're idols. We don't do that. No,
Right.
we do.
No, we do.
We do. We hold on because the idols. It's not the little wooden things
the
that had the
trinket,
power.
yeah,
It's
right.
the image.
It's the image of the life that we've put the image of our success
Yeah.
Right.
at the forefront of
It's the
what's
idea.
important. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the idea of what we think is
Or your
success,
body.
or
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your
yeah,
body.
or anything
Yeah.
that
Your
we
ca-
hold
your-
dear to
your
ourselves.
career.
That video, who sent that? Was it you? The eagle one?
Yeah,
The
Jake
girl,
sent that.
The girl was like, "Oh,
Babies are gross.
Babies are gross. They ruin your body."
Yeah.
The funniest
Really?
thing was, I said it to Rachel. The funniest thing was she made a joke about the White Claws. She was, remember that?
And White Claws forever.
Yeah. Rachel was
I had like
Rachel
4
was like,
days.
Rachel was like, look at your peoples with White
Look
Claws.
at your peeps.
I was like, hey, we can't help it that we trendsetters. We was on White Claws before.
Before.
Everybody drinking White Claws now.
Before all the white girls found them.
Right.
Because that's
and,
the trend
and
now.
hipsters, yeah. Yeah. I saw Butch put a video up of him making a beat and then drinking a White Claw.
Yeah.
And, like, it was so
Oh,
funny.
really?
I was like, really? Yeah. He's like making a beat, and then in the middle of making the beat, he reaches in the fridge and grabs a White Claw and then drinks it.
So was that like an ad?
I don't.
He
Maybe
trying-
it
he
was.
trying to get
Maybe
that
it was.
money.
No, he might have. He might have got an ad for them. I don't know.
Nice.
But it was funny.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but why do we do that? It's because of fear,
Yeah.
right?
It's not only fear. Yeah. It boils
it's
down to fear.
It's 'cause of
because
fear.
it's fear that not doing that is going to hinder.
Yeah.
The image that you've put in place.
Right, and it's because of like, they lost their baby.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm talking about they lost their baby. Okay, they lost another baby. Well, if you do this thing, if you sacrifice to this idol,
Right.
you won't lose your baby. So now you have a solution to the fear,
Right.
right? And that's all people want in everything. People just want to be comforted,
Yeah.
Right.
to know that they'll be okay.
It's just reminding me of the Catholic religion.
Yeah, well, that's really what religion is. Like every religion has to do with having a solution,
Right.
and then working in it,
Yeah.
giving yourself up to it. The only thing that's different is, that's polytheism, monotheism. Everybody knows that from school, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so the difference between polytheism, not anymore because Islam kind of changed that, but the difference between any other religion is there's no relationship.
Wait, what do you mean Islam changed that? Islam changed what?
Because it's supposedly mono,
Yeah. But what do you mean they changed it?
because there's no relationship.
Oh. So you're saying all monotheistic religions have a relationship?
Yeah, there's only one monotheistic religion, which is Hebrew, or the Israelites that Christianity came from.
So Christianity doesn't count as a monotheistic religion?
Yeah, I'm saying Christianity stemmed from that.
Oh, you're saying like
So it falls under that umbrella.
under the umbrella of the
Yeah, that's why they
Hebrew.
Judeo-Christian. It's
Wow.
the same God.
Yeah. It's kind of it's kind of separated at some point.
So
I feel like,
does Catholicism fall under that too?
because there's no relationship there.
Well, that's my point. So you have this relationship that comes in, but then you got to take that power away from that relationship. And if you can separate, there's no power there. And that's why Catholicism became something, because it takes away from the relationship, and then you just do a bunch of things.
Right.
You do a bunch of things,
Rituals
so that you can get solutions
Right.
for your problems. That's what.
12 Hail Mary, Mother of Grace.
Right. Do this, and then you'll be all right.
And this is why Jesus was flipping tables, right? Because he was like, you're taking sacred stuff
Right.
and you're trying to monetize it and
Right.
you're trying to use it for your own, to bring
You're
yourself
making
up.
infomercials, man.
Right, exactly.
Right. And that's why he came, that's
Some
why he
little
literally
doves.
came to fulfill the law, because the law was only there to show you can't do it. You can't do it yourself. You're not going to be able, no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to do enough to have the right outcome.
Sponsor you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so the solution, he came and brought his solution because we couldn't do it.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying it has to do with the Israelites, and then Jesus coming to fulfill all that.
Right.
But it was literally about a relationship, because even when they had the temple, it was different from everything else, because there were 2 Aaron's sons, right?
Mm-hmm.
They died. And this is in the midst of God doing crazy things, like them seeing amazing things happen when they dedicated this, not the temple, but the tabernacle, right?
Right.
And all they did was burn some incense with some fire that wasn't from God, and he killed them.
Right.
Right? Why did they do? Because they came out of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And in the midst of everything, they wanted to show, look what I could do.
Right.
And that was a point to say, you don't come in your own way. You come in the way I say you should come. And the difference between all those other religions was that I have a problem, give me a solution, and then I'm going to go about my day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a relationship. But with him, it was, I'm going to do this for you so you can see how good I am and see how much I love you, so that you can come to me.
Right.
See, there's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
He does it before you even come. And then you come because, a lot of people don't realize all the offerings that they give, like the tithe offering, they would give it, they would have to go to the temple, and then they would eat it.
Right.
And then they would eat it with their family.
Right.
It wasn't something that you give and you don't
Dude,
see nothing.
We were just talking
about
about
that.
this on Sunday with
Oh,
Mom.
really?
Yo,
Yeah.
you gotta have a talk with her about this, because we were talking to her about that whole concept of tithing and how that's been kind of hijacked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And manipulated.
Yeah.
But because if it becomes something that an obligation,
Mm-hmm.
it takes away from you,
The relationship.
and the love.
Yeah. It's just a ritual at that point.
Right. And that's what all the fear and everything wants to get us to do, to separate, so that we don't have that relationship anymore.
Yeah.
And so that we're just doing things and we're thinking, all right, I'm okay. And that's the image.
Yeah, I'm
That's
good.
the idol. That's the idea.
I give my 10% every
Yeah.
week. I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
American Idol.
Yeah.
Okay, they're gonna judge me, and if I do
Right.
everything right,
Right.
and America loves me, I'm good,
I'm
right?
good.
And then everybody's gonna look at me, and I've accomplished what I needed to do. I've arrived. That's what. So now you become an idol, and now other people are looking to you for, this is the image that I need to obtain in my life. That's the thing that's scary. That's the thing that
And directly afterwards, all of the producers and whoever signed you is like, we're going to put this album on a shelf and give you all the worst musicians and never promote it ever. So thanks for being an idol for us for a year.
Thank you
We
for
don't
making
need
us
you anymore.
millions of dollars.
Your career is now.
and then you realize
if you do-
it's not what you thought
If
it
you
would
do
be.
luck up and make some money, we get a piece for 20 years.
Forever.
And that's the point. You're never gonna fulfill
Right.
what you think you're gonna fulfill by doing these things and trying to live up to these images and sacrifice yourself and the things you have, your love, because that's what you're doing. You're sacrificing your love. Like, I think about how much I put in, and then like if I just said, "Oh, how much I put into music," and I put music first, and I don't think about my family. I'm like, well, I'm doing for them. Right. I'm doing for them, so that makes sense. And I don't spend time with them. Yeah, I don't really discipline my kids because I don't have time to discipline my kids. Yeah, I'm not around them that much.
I'm sacrificing.
But I'm sacrificing for them because I do love them.
I'm making a better life for them.
Right, but that love is actually misdirected because then they're never going to receive any of that I have to give.
But that's why you always see the stories of the dudes that take that approach. And then later on in life, their children resent them still, and they're like, they don't get it. They're
Right.
like, but I did all of this so that we could have all of this.
Yeah, and it's like,
And
I didn't need all
I
this.
didn't ask for all of this.
I just needed you.
All of that
You wanted
don't
all of
matter.
this.
Right.
You wanted this. You know what I mean?
And I think that's how God is with us.
Yeah.
But God, that's what that's what you know, didn't I cast out devils in your name?
Right.
Didn't I do this? Didn't I do that? And he says, I never knew you.
I never knew you.
I never knew you.
We had no
We had no relationship.
You did all that for you so that you could feel like the man.
So you could feel like you're doing
Look
something.
what I did for my family. Yeah.
And a lot of people, it's like, that's something I thought of today. Like you can know of, like you can read the Bible, and so many people that I come in contact with, they're always like, they don't want to hear anything. Like when they're in a depressed state, and these are Christians, right? They don't want to hear anything. Like, I know the word, No, you know of the word. You don't know the word, because if you knew the word, you wouldn't be in the state you're in. You don't believe it. And your belief shows through your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like your belief shows from the state you're in at the present time, whether you're angry, it doesn't matter. It's okay to be there, but you got to come to the solution, and you got to recognize that I need something more than what I have. I don't know. And to know, you got to come into the experience. To know, to have knowledge is to go through the experience of something through trusting in that idea that comes from the one who loves you. That's why you got to honor your mother and your father. Mm-hmm. You don't know what they say. You don't know what they say is to cover your life so that you can come into what they have when you're a kid. You just want to do what you want to do. But if you'll just accept that and go through that experience, eventually you'll come into it. And so many people, they just want to come into it and read and study, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And tell other people, but they don't want to experience it. Right. And you're seeing that a lot in like colleges.
We know a few people.
We know some people like that. Like they're literally studying, setting up for the debate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're studying to have to have a whole army of weapons to
have reasons.
Yeah, to have reasons.
Yeah,
to be the best at reasoning.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but when you get in the thick of the thing, that all falls away because you don't really believe it.
Right.
And that belief only comes through you getting put through the fire. And most people don't when they. It's so funny how perverted it is, like with Christianity now, because it's like if you get put through something, you look at yourself and like, what am I doing wrong?
Right.
And it's like, no, what do you need to do right?
Mm-hmm.
Just let him in and show you what you need to do. Like that's where the wisdom comes in. Wisdom is applied knowledge. But you had to go through it and experience it in order to get that wisdom to use it.
Right.
But people think because they heard something, they know something. No, you know of it. Mm-hmm. It's only that thing that you heard is only to draw you closer into a relationship so that you can actually know and actually believe. Like, I'm not going to, if somebody tells me, listen, I'm going to give you $10,000, you don't got to do anything. Are you going to sit there and be like, he just said he's going to give me $10,000? That's what's up. I can't, are you going to just be excited? No, you're going to think, where's he coming from with this?
Right.
What's he got up his
catch?
sleeve?
Yeah.
You're not going to just trust it, right? Even if you wanted to trust it, with all your heart, you want to trust this.
Right.
Something in you, your core is going to be like, because of your experiences, your knowledge in the past, it's going to keep you from actually trusting what this person says. You got to go through the experience with them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to walk with them in what they said, right? Okay, you're going to give me the, okay, we'll see, right?
Well,
But
why don't people think that way when it comes to like business relationships, like, or when it comes to like thinking about the music industry? Because people fall into that trap so many times where it's like someone says, we're going to give you $10 million because you're just amazing. And they just like, really?
yeah,
I'm that amazing? Okay, great.
it goes back to the image, you know?
But they don't. But that all that like instinct goes out the door of like, but wait, why are y'all giving me all this money?
Yeah.
What are you getting?
But it's because of what they've been programmed with by the image,
Right.
by the idea, you know? Like,
I'm
people don't
getting
talk about the
signed.
music business side.
Right.
They show you the
But they always present the money that the artists get.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't tell you the
to normalize it,
stipulations.
right? To
of it.
normalize it. Oh, such and such got a $30 million
Yeah,
deal,
right.
you know, because then it's like, oh, I want that, you know,
Right, yeah.
But
they,
it's never-
they never go into detail.
right? So
Because-
that's the wizardry.
Because
Of
that's
it.
not the fun part either.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
Like,
right.
you got to read this contract.
Right.
Like, you got to actually go through this. Like,
But
no.
what about just thinking like, what's behind you giving me this money?
Yeah. But as you get close to them, you'll see. You know, but
That's why
people
so many
don't want to
get
get
robbed.
close. They just want,
Yeah.
they're using them and they're using them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're both using, you know, and that's the difference. Like, when you get a genuine person that wants to help somebody genuinely, that's hard for people to take.
I mean, it's rare. First of all,
It's rare.
Yeah.
it's not something that really ever happens.
It does happen. Happens a lot, but I know what you're saying.
I've never seen that. Like,
Somebody just giving money.
I mean, just giving, not just money. Just
Perfect
giving.
example. When we went, we did the Poconos thing at Bill's. It was
Mhm.
Bill's house. He was just so nice. It was
Yeah.
like weird to me.
Yeah, we
Like,
talked
he
about that.
opened up his home to all these strange guys. Let us just do whatever down in his basement.
yeah,
But that's
And you think about that too, like when people do stuff, like even people you know, you're kind of like when they want to, I want to just give you this.
Yeah.
And you're like,
it's weird.
okay.
It's weird.
And it's like you get in that weird space, like I don't know how to even take it.
I don't buy a lot of like gifts for people like I don't like if it's your birthday, if it's Christmas, whatever, like I don't feel obligated
Right.
to buy you really anything.
Yes.
I'm not that kind of person. We could have been friends for 20 years.
Right.
Like, whatever. I tend to more like throughout the year, if I see something that I know you need or that I know would enrich your life and it's within my price situation and you mean enough to me,
Right.
I'm likely to just show up and be like, here you go, this is
Right.
for you.
Right.
And most of the people I'm close enough to, they're like, thank you. Like,
Yeah.
and they get that whole thing. But a couple of times people, like, you can see that filter of people being like, this is for me? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought of you. Here you go. This is
Right.
yours. Like, there's that, why would you give me something? Like, because it's for you. I
Right.
saw it and it's clearly for you and I'm
Right.
supposed to bring it to you. So here it is.
And that to me is more valuable than the person that's like,
It's Christmas. Here's all these gifts
right,
or whatever.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Or it's like, it's my birthday, you're obligated to buy me something. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's like,
Yeah. Or you get into like, what you get me is
yeah,
my birthday.
Right. Right.
I ain't get you nothing.
Yeah. And we all have those friends.
Yeah.
Well, we don't.
No.
I
we
yeah, I
have
don't
those
either.
friends.
Apparently,
We have those. Might have some of those family
Yeah.
around, but
Yeah.
the family you avoid around their birthday.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't come.
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, but that's funny. That's what we deal with in life. It's trying to figure out genuine, like just being genuine is hard to do when you have so much social media and
we all have our guards up, right?
Information.
Like we talk about that. Like I have a lot of guards up on a daily basis
Yeah.
all the time because I have been trained to have those guards up or something's going to happen that later I'm going to be like, shouldn't have talked to that person, shouldn't have
Right.
did that thing, shouldn't have,
Shouldn't have took that from them.
Exactly,
Right.
because later I see
Right.
why it was
you
being
gave it to
offered.
me. Right.
and,
Exactly.
and I mean a lot of times it's good to have your guard up. You know, it's just about knowing when to let it down for the right people.
Right. And being like, okay, this is a safe situation.
Yeah. And the more,
It's a safe space.
and that's the thing, like if you, how do people manipulate you? They, like, how did how did Obama get into office? I hear a lot of people, black people say this, like, oh, he duped us. You know, he got into office and then he didn't do anything for us.
About to go there.
No, but
I've
so,
heard people say that
yeah,
many times.
it's a manipulation. It's literally
He was smooth, man. He was cool. He looked like the cool
but,
guy.
but that's
that
my point. It's
played
about
basketball.
if like you look at religion, you look at
Listen to Jay-Z. Kanye West.
He sang
Look,
Al
He
Green.
don't listen to Kanye West no more.
well, what's that?
New.
That's that you know, oh, he's cool.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he's cool.
He's
we
cool.
just talked about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
He's cool
Yeah,
because
you
he
did
listened
just
to
say
Jay
that,
Z.
Jakey.
Because he listened to Jay Z and he plays basketball. But Bill Clinton was cool because he could
Yep.
pick up a
Played-
saxophone.
And he got his.
And he got
My dad was such a sucker for that.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember how much he loved.
yeah.
Yes.
Because he played.
Had his
Yo, he's a
picture.
cool dude. I mean, he played with him on stage, like.
Yeah, my dad played at Bill Clinton's inauguration.
But that shows you where you're at. That
Yes.
shows you what you've given yourself over
Has a
to.
picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, video of it of Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton came on stage with my dad and played
Played
saxophone
the sax.
at the inaugural ball.
What?
Yes.
Cool, right?
Yeah. But even at how old were we? We were probably in our teens.
Yeah.
But even
What was
at
that, 1992?
young teens too. Yeah, young. Like I was 12. So.
Yeah.
But even at that age, I knew.
That math on fleek.
I knew my dad was like blinded.
Getting hyped up. Yeah.
You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Even at that age, I
told-
remember.
Didn't I tell you Jake has always been like that?
I don't care.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
That's you, in case you didn't know.
yeah,
In response to
Yeah.
everything.
yeah. We were talking
I do
about,
care about
we
a lot of
no,
things.
we were
It's the
talking
best.
about what was the thing where he said that? Oh, how does it feel to play on stage in front of
20,000
20,000
people?
I don't care.
I'd be like, when you know Jake, you're like, okay, I know that comes from a good place. He's saying he's not blinded by the glitz and lights.
Right.
But
It's
when
not
he
him
just
being the
says it,
asshole, yeah.
right, you're kind of like, well, damn, bro. Like,
No, but y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that.
Yes.
Because if you get blinded, you're not going to be able to move. You're going to let the wrong things in.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to let down your guard for the wrong things. And it just, all I need to do is learn. Like, that's what people do. They'll study you. They do it in churches. They do it wherever.
They
You
do
know,
it in the music business.
Yeah.
Big time.
Oh yeah.
Big time.
I just got to learn the lingo, and then I can come in. Like,
Or learn who's the weak link.
listen.
That's what they tried to do on MTV. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
And they were pulling it off with the other groups, but
Yep.
they kept trying to figure out like who's the one we can get.
And it wasn't like we were cool with them.
Yeah.
But
That was their job.
we knew when they were trying to do
Yeah.
some sneaky stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
That was their job.
And I remember being a kid and my cousin, he's half white, half Spanish. He looks like a white guy. And a lot of our friends were black. And it's so funny how he's from Harlem, right? So he talks like a black dude.
Yeah.
And people would just say like, "Oh no, you're not white. You're black." To him, and he's like, "I'm not black. Like, you're not gonna. I'm not black. Why are you telling me I'm black?" And
Right.
like, "No, you're black, dude. That's the way you're talking to me right now. Like, I don't look at you. I don't see you in that way." Exactly. You're blinded. All it takes is for somebody to learn the way you move and the way you act, and then you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss. I'm not saying that my cousin didn't have any ill intent, but if he did, they would miss it.
Right.
You know, and that's what happens. All you got to do is learn Christianese, and people are gonna miss it. You know, and that's how people get.
So you trying to say that Obama had some ill intent because he fooled everybody?
He was selfish,
I mean,
obviously.
the ill intent is that he wanted the office of the presidency and to be rich, and you know he got all that.
Yeah, he was selfish. He cared about himself. And in that, and that's the thing. Like, we all have to look at ourselves. Like, what are we doing to manipulate a situation to
Right.
get what we want?
Because we all do it.
Yeah, we all do it.
Yeah.
You know, how can we change in that aspect? And that's why we're all on the same playing field. Like, nobody's better than anybody else. We're all the same in that aspect because we're all learning, and we're all selfish, and we can't take that away from ourselves. That stems from literally being in the wild. Like, you think about, it's literally about surviving. That's why we're selfish, because we're trying to survive. And once we learn order, you know, we come into a house. We come out of that wild place that we were
civilized.
in. Become civilized in a way. Those things, they go away, but we got to actually accept that love, you know? And that's hard to do when you're used to accepting craziness, you know? All right, I'm off my soapbox.
No, that was good though.
Cool. It was good.
All right, cool. So we still almost did 2 hours,
Zam.
but that was good.
11:10.
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
All right, cool.
It's too late.
Anything else anybody want to talk about before we wrap this up?
No.
Week 2.
Week 2 coming up,
Week
man.
2.
Got them Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons. Why do we always play the Atlanta Falcons?
Cause man,
Why?
you trying to do us dirty.
It's been like 4 years in a row. And it's always in the beginning.
Yep. It's gonna be a test though.
It sure
The
is.
secondary looks,
If they don't get to Matty Ice,
yeah.
he will pick you apart more than Case Keenum.
He's just gonna throw it to Julio Jones every play.
Yeah.
Julio.
It's just like Dak was throwing it to Amari Cooper every play, yo.
Yo, that dude, 4 touchdown passes.
Yeah,
Wentz
Wentz was salty about that. You heard about that?
He was salty?
He thought he had 4 touchdown passes. Cause that one play to Alshon when it was a lateral.
That was a run.
Yeah, it was technically a run because the pass was backwards.
Yeah.
But he thought it was a touchdown pass. He didn't find out till the press conference.
He was salty.
Yeah. Alshon was salty too. He thought it was technically a run for him.
Yeah.
He thought it was a catch.
That was a good play.
It was a good play. I liked it.
Dougie P.
Cool. Anyway, all right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking through the whole stream with us if you made it through. And, hopefully this will be up on YouTube soon. And make sure you guys subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Patreon.com/YoungLionTV. Go to Jatan.com. Check out the shows coming up, the merch, the T-shirts. You can get the 20th anniversary shirt that we just got made up. And we're going to get some other ones made.
Yeah.
Some other merch that we got coming up soon. We'll be doing some mugs and some hoodies and some tank tops, all that good stuff. So appreciate you guys. Anything we got coming up soon? Nope. Nothing. Okay, nothing coming up soon. Make sure you guys just stay tuned with us.
This is a dead month.
I know. we got some shows in October coming up. But we'll be in the studio. We got some new music coming out soon.
Yeah, got
so
that.
that's a good thing. That'll be dope. Yeah.
Barely sing.
Rachel got some music that we're working on. Some cool stuff.
Yeah.
And working on Freddie's album. Freddie's got some music coming out soon. And the Hip Hop Honors thing. Did you guys see the clip? Freddie shouted us out.
Yeah,
when he,
that was pretty awesome.
When he got his award.
Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson.
See, that means a lot because that came from the heart.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. But yeah, man, all good things. We love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. We're out of here.
God bless y'all.
Young lion, go live, yeah. Young lion, you rich, yeah. This kingdom has